up, 40 Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kakegurui chapters 81 through 82. And something that's really interesting that I totally just realized prior to recording this live reaction is the connection between this game and the metaphor and analogy that this manga is going for with Toronto, because what we've been getting in chapter 80/80.5 is how Toronto's role in the family is that she's literally God. Like, she was given the shears to cut off like the useless members of the family off this tree of life, which, you know, represents the family. And that was the way of, you know, passing on the torch. And then in chapter 80.5, we saw that she was given this servant, and it was up to her to determine how they were going to be used, aka, you know, she's playing God. And in this game that we're in right now, it's literally the same thing. She's determining who is useful in this game in terms of using the NPCs, and who's useless. And in some cases with the NPCs, they're kind of doing it themselves, let's be real. And this game itself, again, if you think about it, this game itself is about who is like the best God. And it just makes me think of Platinum Ed. I'm not gonna lie. It's a battle of the God candidates, gambling style. Metaphorically speaking. And yes, I am sad that manga ended, especially with that freaking twist at the end. Oh my god. Anyway, let's get to this chapter, to chapter 81 first, and see what Hamura and Toru have in store for us today. Turn 5. Yumiko-san put me in this room, didn't she? That sure was an ordeal just now. Should we really keep this game going? Yes! And chapter 81 is titled Sherwin Girl. No, there's no time to worry about other people. There are 5 people left. Just a bit longer and Fascination Hall will come to a close. Ooh, gosh. And I know we're going to win. The side with more people gets to draw more numbers. It's easier for us to get 12 points and win. It's still a gamble, though, because remember, the rooms, it's random with these numbers. You never know. We can do this. I know we can do this, so just hang in there. And yeah, you never, but the thing is, though, they can figure out who gave away their numbers. Like, it's all about having that straight face. And again, about playing God. It really feels that way based on all the metaphors we've gotten so far in this arc. God, a lot, and just think about it. A lot of the games and that we've gotten in this manga, just think about it. It's really about playing God and playing with fate. You're playing, seriously, you are playing God with a lot of these people's livelihoods. You are. It's true, especially when you have the life plan. Totobami-san. Karari is the one that's truly playing God, though, let's be real. She is, with all these life plans and shit. She's the one that's truly playing God. And now I understand why she did this game. And why fucking, Toronto hates Karari for this shit. I totally get it now. Oh no, now she'll know my score. Better move. Wait. What is it? I want to confirm something. Do you really want to lose your house pet status? Huh? It's fine to team with Yumiko Jabami. You already know her. God, this panel's gorgeous. You already knew her, so it was natural to trust her. But in that case, to satisfy your own winning conditions, you're now obliged to take my head, aren't you? Yeah, and? So why aren't you taking me on? Do you know what you even want from any of this? Sorry, let me read. Okay, no, I read this right. Nanami Tsubomi-sama, I have your orders for you. Please carry them out at Fascination Hall. If you fail to complete them... let's see... the sudden order in this game. I felt like the anxiety would crush me, and then Yumiko-san appeared. Oh, thank heavens! And no, it ain't 7-Eleven. God, I want a freaking Slurpee right now. If I listen to Yumiko-san, she's bound to win and defeat Toronto to Tobami-san even. I'm sure Yumiko-san will save me. But really? Dude, I love this art so much. Because I helped her. Because we're friends. Because I love how it's like just going into darkness. This color is like just fading from light to dark. It's so freaking perfect. Because I won. Would Yumiko Jabami bother helping me if I'm not taking any risk here? Yeah. Is that sort of thing even possible with her? Yes. Oh, the psychological warfare. The psychological warfare. If you have two people, you can give one person 13 points and an insurmountable advantage. But their donating partner loses the chance to take someone else on. The key to this gamble is odd numbers. Now, Nami Tsubomi. Ooh, what is she gonna do? Like, dude, there's been a lot of psychological warfare lately. Jesus Christ. You took one look at me. Sorry. Let me just... You took one look at me and set off for another room, so you don't mind much where you are, and that means you're not the person Yumiko Jabami is teaming with to create 13. You're the only one with no duty in this turn. Think about what that means. I'm sorry I wound up picking another room. Well, if Todobami-san was there, so be it. No big deal at all. The room I picked gave me 5. Oh, I see. I got 7, so you on the other side got a 6, right? Uh-huh. Our scores are in the middle. Guess we'll have to play it safe this turn. You said it. But I ought to donate to defend us, huh? You can have 13 points that way. Nope. I'm going to donate to you this time, Suzui-san. Huh? Based on Tsubomi-san's movements, Todobami-san thinks that me and you are a pair. Chances are she'll aim at you, Suzui-san. So let's take advantage. Oh, I see. Kind of scary, but... Wait, so on this turn, Yumiko-san's going to play with 0 points? That's gutsy. I'm not obliged to donate to anyone. I can challenge any player I want to. If I challenge Yumiko... Oh, dude, this background's great. If I challenge Yumiko-san in this round, it's a sure win for me. But I owe Yumiko-san so much. I can't do that. There's just no way. Yeah, don't do that, you dumbass. This chessboard was set up the moment Yumiko Jabami recruited Tsubomi. Jabami and Suzui fully trusting each other build 13 points, and Tsubomi is a wild card. There may be some exceptions, but this is clearly their basic setup. Dude, I love how Tsubomi's head is basically on top of a sword. Love it. If I want to hunt Jabami down, Nanami Tsubomi's the... Oh, yeah. Sorry. Nanami Tsubomi's the best path to go through. Yeah, but won't she come gunning for you if she's cornered like the last girl? No, that won't happen. Tsubomi would never attack us. Look at it from her end. Jabami and Suzui are basically betting votes. If they fail, those votes are all they stand to lose. God, I love this background. Again, these backgrounds are just lit. But not so for Tsubomi. She's facing a huge risk. Her life schedule over her head. Out of that trio, only Tsubomi can afford to only Tsubomi can't afford to lose this at all. So she knows right now 100% surefire way to win. Meanwhile, one of us has 13 points and the other has 0 challenging us is a 50-50, and she can't take that bet now. God, that's your thought, huh? Between you and the 3 losers, this sure is a high level, huh? Everyone's going to be perfectly happy if you become council president. So why are they bothering with all this pointless stuff? You don't know if she's going to be happy with that. She didn't seem happy that she was going to be God. Again, this just makes me think of Platinum End. It really does. Yumi, that's... Okay, time. Get your asses over to me. Oh, we're up. Okay, turn 5. Time to kick off some fights. What should I do now? Yumiko-san told me it's only natural for people to want to resist. That is very true. You want to resist. That's just something people do. It's human nature. People don't want to conform. Then, unless you're a sheep. If you're a sheep, you want to conform. But no, I don't conform. Fuck y'all. Then what about now? If I stab Yumiko-san in the back here, is that the human thing to do? Yeah, that's a human thing to do. Or should I stay safe and obey Yumiko-san? Fuck her! Tarana-san's gotta have 13 points, but I have no reason to take on Yumi-san. If I lose to her, I'd be such an idiot. The whole situation is begging for me to betray her. This panel is just everything. I don't want to be a house pet. I don't want to betray the girl I'm indebted to. Dude, like this panel with all the lines going through it, I'm not gonna lie, it's making me think of Blue Period, which I'm gonna start covering as soon as chapter 28 comes out. But like this, all these lines going through it, it just makes me think of Blue Period when we saw Yuguchi do that first painting in the entrance exam, and it was just like all those lines going through it. It just is making me think of that. But man, that facial expression is just gorgeous. I want to live as a person. I want to keep a good conscience. And literally, this is what people go through, unless you're a sheep. This is what people go through. This internal struggle. Like, and we saw this in Manga-chan yesterday. Tsubomi-san, have you made your decision? Ooh. What? In this turn, she's giving me zero guidance. Is she seeing through me? Am I overthinking it? I just don't know. This is my last chance. I'm sure she said that just to bluff out Totobami-san. Yumiko-san donated to Suzui-san. Why don't I aim for Totobami? I love this background. It's just so like, it's so much in turmoil and chaos. It just is so perfect. Why don't I aim for Tarana-san? There's clearly a much better chance Yumiko-san's got 0. There's no reason to challenge Yumi-san or Suzui-san. Should I shoot for Yumiko-san? If my opponent has 13, I lose. I will lose no matter who I take on. What about me? What is my choice? Exactly. What is your choice? This is just such a good chapter because you're dealing with, like a struggle to figure out if you're going to conform or be an individual in this case. This is just so freaking powerful. Especially with everything that's going on with Toronto in particular, with what we got in the past few chapters. This is just so freaking powerful. Oh my god. A choice without conflict is boring. Only a choice at the end of agony can move your heart. Ooh, that is so true. That is so true. Toronto-san, under that iron mask of yours, how many layers of conflict are you wrangling with? That is very true. Again, that is a true question. Because people, and I know this for a fact, because I do it. How many people are hiding behind a mask? Some people, like me, have to build a strong wall. Because otherwise, whew, be a hot mess. Show them to me. Reveal them now. Fall into the addiction. Yes, fall into the addiction. I love the smile on you because she's like, just fall. Fall. Here we go. We got a fight booked. So for turn 5, we got 2 fighters. Nanami Tsubomi versus... she did it! Versus Yumiko Jabami. What? Tsubomi-san, what's going on? Tsubomi did it. She betrayed her. Now either she or Jabami is out. Being in their circle, Tsubomi has the upper hand, but Jabami may have factored this into her play. Even so, it's 2 on 2 now. We'll be all that's left. No need to be concerned about anyone else. It's time to duke it out, Yumiko Jabami. And now we got another pair. Yumiko Jabami versus Yumi versus Yumiko Jabami. It's 5-6. She lied. She bluffed. That sneaky bitch. Yumiko Jabami wins. She knew. Yumiko knew. That bitch. That bitch. Next, Yumiko Jabami versus Yumi Totobami. It's 6-0. Yumiko, you sneaky bitch. You know what she did? She used reverse psychology, that sneaky bitch. And so, Nanami Tsubomi and sorry, let me read this again. Is 6-0. Yumiko Tsubomi wins again. And then so Nanami Tsubomi and Yumi Totobami are out of the game. Whoa, look out. Is this really okay? Yo, Toronto Totobami-san, looks like the die is calling for you. Dude, what Yumiko just did was fucking brilliant. That was sneaky. That reverse psychology was amazing because she did what Toronto was doing. Just use it against her. That was great. Oh my god, that was amazing strategy right there. Holy shit. Let's get to chapter 82. But the only difference between what Toronto did and what Yumiko did is Yumiko, like, Toronto was just trying to, kind of force her opinion, or force her view on Tsubomi, whereas Yumiko was just, like, giving her an option. Like, I thought that was freaking amazing. So it was kind of like conform or, like, freedom of choice kind of thing. Or it was, no, wrong wording. It was conform or rebel, and I love it. Love it. Fucking brilliant shit here. Really brilliant stuff that we're getting from Hamura and from Hamura in terms of writing, and this art from Toru is just freaking amazing. Because with before I get to this, I have to mention it. With what Hamura did with that writing was just so fucking awesome. And then you got what Toru did was you had with Toronto, it was that stoic, like, with angels, they're and God, technically, they're usually stoic and serious. And then with Yumiko being that devil, that Lucifer, that demon, you had that smile. And, with devils and demons, they're all about freedom and all that shit and rebelling. So I see what we got here. This was very, very genius. This is smart, brilliant. It fits with that underlying theme so beautifully. Okay, now we'll get to chapter 82, which is titled Dazzling Girl. There's this much space in Fascination Hall? How insane can it get? This way, Toronto Totobami-sama. Ooh, there's Mary. Why would she ask for a break like that? The Totobami group all left. The Totobami group all left. It's so awkward. Yumiko-san, why did you lie to me? You said you'd donate to Suzui-san. Why do you think to protect myself from you, Tsubomi-san? Yeah, like a fucking devil. See what I mean? She like Lucifer. Or like a fallen angel, aka, a demon. Demons are about deception. Whereas angels are supposed to be like, God, supposed to be straightforward. See what I mean about this theme? So as I said, Toronto is God, while, as I said, Yumiko is Lucifer. Just fits. Or I would say more Satan than Lucifer. That would make more sense. Huh? What do you mean? Did you notice, Suzui-san? All the NPCs were ordered to either defeat me or Toronto-san. Huh? Ooh, she got it. I presume that based on the fact that they were here and how they were playing. With that in mind, as the last surviving NPC in turn 5, you couldn't sit on your hands, could you? If I failed to hunt down Toronto-san there, all your effort making it that far would go to waste. But that led me to a question. If you were going to attack that turn, you had a 50-50 choice to make. You could have chosen either one of us. So, why did you pick me? Why? Because I thought she had 13, so no way she put herself in danger. But you said you'd donate to Suzui-san, so you'd have 0. But of course there was a decent chance you were bluffing. Keeping Suzui-san safe couldn't have been that important to you. When compared to the possibility of Toronto-san playing it safe and you lying to me, Yumiko-san, it felt like I'd have a better chance if I went for you. But I failed. A bad idea, a weak will. See, again, you see what I mean by Satan / Lucifer? Because remember, with devils, with the devil / demon, they're all about temptation. And again, rebelling. And in Yumiko's case, this was definitely temptation, based on this writing right now. A bad idea, a weak will. I need to follow orders, not resist them. I didn't know my place. I needed to follow orders, not resist them. You see what I mean? Again, this fits the freaking underlying theme. I didn't know my place. I'm just a stupid house pet. Tsubomi-san, you were absolutely correct. Push harder or pull back? What's your basis? Who do you trust? Do you really have a chance to win? Chewing over every aspect of the bet, making your move. That's where the fun in gambling is. And you and I were thinking this exact same thing, Tsubomi-san. Let's see. It didn't quite work out this time, but maybe I'll lose tomorrow. I mean, look at you. You're a full-fledged gambler now, Tsubomi-san. Full-fledged? When was the last time anyone told me that? I pondered so hard and I still lost. I hate this feeling, but the really hard part about being a house pet isn't the debt or the life schedule. Do you know what you even want from any of this? I had made no mistake. All I wanted was some confidence in myself. So you were rolling the dice for us? So you were rolling the dice for us. Karari. Oh, I said Mary when I meant Karari. I'm freaking sorry about that. My bad. Oh my god. Ugh. Every fascination has its roots that define the flower. I'm telling you, Karari is playing freaking God. Or I feel like in this case, it'd be Supreme God. A God, wouldn't it? God, this art is just fucking amazing. Just a slight variation in the mud below can wholly change the scene below. Ooh! This art, man, and this fucking writing. Dude, Kakegurui is just some of the best freaking manga, man. This is like top of the top in terms of manga in the golden age, in the manga renaissance. And I had a front row seat for this. I never turned that chance down. Those roots are your die rolls. You define the numbers for each room. That's how it worked. Don't get me wrong. This die is completely fair. I have a referee watching. I'm just a random number generator. So she was wrong. The dice, that fucking bitch. But enough about that, Toronto. What on earth are you doing? Using helpless cornered people as pawns, that would be easy for you, would it not? But you didn't do that. Look at the NPCs in Yumi, and Nanami and Tsubomi too. You made sure they all had a winning chance as you played. See what I mean? Because God does that kind of thing. Yee. Why did you fight while protecting a crowd of fools? Karari. Those are the words of someone who has never wondered if she's a fool. Ooh! 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 You know what? I'm gonna take that back on Karari being supreme god here. Karari is more like God. I really want to change my mind on the Lucifer Satan analogy and put Yumiko in as one of the higher up demons. higher up fallen angels and have like Karari just be fucking Satan, cause she is. Let's be real, Karari is like the Satan of this bitch. She really is, and Yumiko is just like one of the is would I say Yumiko is like the Belial of this? Yeah, I would say Yumiko is like the Belial up in here. That would make more sense. I'm very curious what you guys think. Like, what would be the better, like, comparison? I feel like Belial would be, like, the better comparison here, right? Maybe Azazel, but meh. I'm leaning... Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to change my mind on this. I think Lilith would be an even better comparison, to be honest. You could make the argument that it would be Lilith or Azazel, or Lilith or Belial, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Lilith, to be honest. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. What would be the better, you know, demon or fallen angel to compare her to? I'm kind of leaning more towards Lilith the more I'm thinking about it. Anyway, Yumi and the NPCs all had wills that deserve respect. Don't look down on those idiots. No, I've never thought of myself like that. Only the weak think that way. No wonder you're so obsessed over your family. You're free to do what you like. I don't really see the charm. In helping idiots myself. But thanks to that approach, you're in a do or die situation. Now you can't even recruit those fools to your side. Isn't that so stupid? Dude, this panel right here of Karari when she's saying this in particular, isn't that so stupid, is just heavenly. Oh my god, Toru, this is beautiful. I'm sure the thought has crossed your mind. What if you ignore everyone else and put your own priorities up top? See, this is why I'm saying she the Satan up in here. Either you could make the argument that she is either Satan or Lilith. It's one of the two. You could go either way with her or Yumiko being the Lilith or Satan up in this bitch. But I kind of want to say that now that I'm really thinking about it, I think Karari would be more like Lilith, because Lilith is, if you know your demon lore, angel demon lore, Lilith is more merciless and vicious than Lucifer / Satan would be. So I kind of, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I think I would say Karari is more like Lilith, and the Lilith up in here, and Yumiko is more like a Lucifer kind of thing. That's what it seems like to me. Anyway, what's so bad about that? You have the power for it. Trust me on that. Fools should be looked down on. The weak deserve to be exploited. Just follow your heart and do what you like. It's okay for you to do so. You see what I mean? You're a completely free person. Oh, man. Oh, this metaphorical art with Toronto being liberated and being like a mermaid just swimming free in the lagoon. It's like she's fallen. Karari, but she hasn't. You're such an idiot. I don't care at all about freedom if it's by myself, because then Toronto looks at them and she sees all their sad faces. That's what, again, this is why Toronto is freaking God up in here. I just don't get it. I love that, Toronto. That's why you're internally conflicted. Part of you aches to be free, and part of you can't abide by that. You see what I mean? Again, that God metaphor. It's just God / angel metaphor. It just God metaphor is better because God loves his creations. He loves them. Angels are just too indifferent. Angels don't give a fuck. Angels really don't. Whereas God, he loves humans, and will do anything for them. So, yeah. Isn't it hard being stuck? It is, but don't you see? If I flee from my conflicts, it'll be even harder for me. Ooh, that is freaking true. If you flee from your conflicts, it'll be even harder because they will come back and haunt you. True. let's go back, Yumi. Go back and lose. This whole family suppressing its members and lapping up the profits. It just looks like a house of cards to me. And that house of cards saved me, so I better keep building on it. Ooh, Karari. I want to change this, you included. You really do like me, don't you? Huh. You think I'm going to tell you, you fool? Okay, back to the game. Yay, at long last. Why is this so fun to you? 3 players remain. Yumiko Jabami, Ryota Suzui, and Toronto Todobami. Oh man, it's 2-on-1, a killer deficit. I don't have much at all to work with. Suzui-san? Now we're enemies to each other, okay? Why? 3 sides is more than one-on-one. It's more fun than one-on-one, right? Well, no way. Once Yumiko's like this, there's no turning back. Well, fine. All I gotta do is work to help her out. And by the way, the winner gets all the votes. And if 1 vote's 8 million, that's worth 8.112 billion yen. More than enough to betray a friend over. Right, time for an 8.1 billion yen gamble. Let's rock! Stop scaring me like that. Wow, she's having fun, huh? I knew it all along. I was just jealous of her. Her freedom, her devotion to her desires. I don't have any of that. This is your chance, Toronto. If they're not teaming up, you can do it. Don't give up till the end. Sure. It's like someone in the prime of her childhood getting measles. Once you grow up, you forget all about it. That fairy tale you had in you. I love this analogy, this metaphorical art, and this analogy. It's freaking beautiful. Basically, she's talking about dreams of being free because Toronto had to grow up fast, and I love it. But I made up my mind. Is this karma for my own will? It doesn't really matter now. I can't live the way you do, and I have no intention to. I have no regrets. That's why I can't tell anyone about how I feel. This is just amazing. A pure test of luck that I have no power to control. Nothing can make my heart soar higher. Now for the results of Turn 6's showdown. Ooh, Yumiko Jabami versus Ryota Suzui versus Toronto Todobami. And Yumiko Jabami wins it all. Woohoo! Nice one, Yumiko. You really attacked me, huh? You lost. And you worked harder than anyone else, too. Sorry, Yumi. Don't be Toronto. If I didn't drag you down, if I wasn't such an idiot like this. Hey, Yumi. I know full well you're an idiot. That's part of why it's my fault. Well, I'm sorry. But Yumi, I know it's your job, but I'm sorry you have to push me around. Whether you're an idiot or not, Yumi, I love you all the same. Toronto! Plus, the battle to head our family isn't over yet. After all those votes are in the family now. I really love what we're getting here. I do. It's like God has been defeated by Satan, and now Satan has to still go up against Lilith. That's what I really feel like here. It really feels like it's gonna be like a Satan versus Lilith kind of thing. It really does. I'm curious what you guys think, though. I'm curious if you guys are seeing the same thing I am. Or, like, the other thing that I kind of think that this could be, because it is a 2 sides of the same coin situation, is that you can make the argument, because we've seen this in series like The Fallen by Thomas E. Sinigowski. We've seen it in Aono Exorcist as well. You can make the argument that Yumiko would be the Lucifer in this Lucifer of Kakegurui, and then you could make the argument that Karari would be Satan, because Lucifer is more of like the light side of things, and he wants the world to be filled with light, but he still, has like that temptation and stuff like that. And then you have Satan, who's the darker side, and obviously, and he's more malicious. And I feel like that's what it, I feel like that's what this is more than anything. Now that I'm really thinking about it, is that this is like a Lucifer, Satan kind of thing here with between Yumiko and Karari. It really does feel like this the more I'm thinking about it. And I know it's weird that we didn't realize it until now, but I think because of the religious analogy that we got with the Tree of Life, with the like especially with the God context for Toronto, over this game, over Fascination Hall. It just makes sense to have just to have this epiphany. Just makes a lot more sense now. It really does. So let me give you my thoughts on this game as a whole. I really liked Fascination Hall. I do. The NPCs, the art, the metaphorical art that we got. I loved. I really did love this one. This one was really good. Would I say this is my favorite game out of all of them? Oh man, it's definitely up there. The match though between Mary and Yumiko is really close though. That one was good. And now it begs the question though, and also before I forget, something I really loved about this, especially with the end, is we found out, and this is why I'm saying, we really came to the conclusion that Karari is either Satan or Lilith, but I'm really leaning more towards Satan, is because of the dice that she was rolling. It's just, she was controlling this shit. It's just like, what the fuck? Ugh. And also, when Toronto was talking about Karari killing Ajibami, it just made me think of, now that I'm thinking about it, it just made me think of The Fallen by Thomas E. Sinagowski, because we had something similar to that, in effect, where Satan took over Lucifer's body and locked him away, and it just made me think of that in particular. But anyway, I'm really curious what you guys thought of this chapter, and do you guys see what I'm seeing, and what do you guys think about like the undertones we got, and what do you think about in particular about the symbolism of freedom being like those about the mermaids being freedom of all things, mermaids. I thought that was very interesting. Of all things to symbolize freedom was freedom / liberation was a mermaid in the sea. I really did. And I kind of understand, now that I'm thinking about it, I understand why. Because remember, Toronto is, paralyzed from, the waist down. And by being a mermaid, she doesn't need her legs, and she can, she doesn't have to rely on anyone to push her around in her wheelchair. She could be free and move around on her own in the water. So I understand why mermaids. It could have been, they could have done other things, but I think it makes the most sense now that I'm really thinking about it, why mermaids. But anyway, I'm really curious what you guys thought of these chapters. What do you guys think of the religious analogies that were used up in here? And what do you guys think in terms of like metaphor and shit? What do you guys think of what's going on here with Toronto? Obviously, Toronto is God. And what do you think about, like, in this, metaphorical scenario, what do you think Yumiko and Karari are? Do you think this is like a Satan Lucifer kind of thing, or do you think this is like a Lucifer Lilith thing? I'm really leaning more towards Satan and Lucifer. I'm very curious what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more Kakegurui content, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something on my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.